Yo, what's going on, boys? It's your big man back, and after so long, we have more Fnaf figures finally. And boy, do I tell ya, these figures were worth the wait, because there's some big stuff that they did with these, and it's crazy. I gotta tell you soon. We'll get into it in a minute. So we'll start it off with the usual. We'll go into the box. And I actually really do like the boxes a lot on these figures. This whole wave has a lot of, like, really different boxes. You can see Chocolate Freddy from Fnaf AR. You can see the top there. I actually like, again, too, that they're going to Fnaf AR with the figures, because I think there's just so many options for great figures they can make from that game. And it's just I'm very happy with the way this figure line is going. It's very exciting. So one more last look at it and getting this out the way and bringing him back in. So I was saying that there's leaps, or I didn't say it, but I'm about to say there are leaps here in this figure. The Funko has taken leaps with this. Just this one wave here, these 4 figures, very good sign, very great sign. So bringing him up close for the paint and sculpt. It is the same base body, you could say. Like, it is the same kind of arms and hands as the original Freddy and the many different ones they've made off of that same body. But don't worry, there are differences. You can see he's got all these chunks taken out of him. We got some endoskeleton color coming out. There's chunks and bites taken out of him. He's all cracked up. There's holes in him. And I think this all just looks good. And they did actually update the articulation on this figure. That is the big bomb we're dropping here. They updated the articulation. And you can see, nice mouth. The paint is very good too. None of these figures really have any bad paint scuffs. The paint's all clean, no bad rubs. And it looks like they're starting to get in with this line. Like, they're really liking the Fnaf line, and it's starting to get the quality added that we've all been waiting for. So, putting him down and getting into the good part, the articulation. So at the head here, the head articulation is still pretty much the same ball joint. Doesn't really look down that much. You know, you got your pivot, your swivel, the usual stuff. But this is where it gets good. At the arm here, it can go up straight to 90, which, if you've even seen another one of these Freddys, they're garboni. These arms barely even go up. They don't even stay on, let alone go up. But now you can see that with the swivel, you can get straight back arms all the way forward. It looks like the articulation is getting so much better. And then, of course, you get your swivel. And at the arm here, there's a double ball peg inside there. So now, when you have this arm, it can shift around. You're getting way better articulation. For now, on the arm that bends, it can get almost 90, which is crazy because these Freddys, their arms are so thick, the articulation just barely moves at all. But now, they're just getting so much better. And I never even thought about doing that. Like, that's a good idea. And it works pretty well. At the hand, it is the usual, just swivel. But they've put the hands on a different way. I don't think it's the same peg it used to be. It's something different. And it looks a lot better and a lot smoother, too. It's a lot cleaner of a cut there. They still haven't gotten these bodies with any waist articulation. But at this point, who really cares? With the rest, it's enough that no waist doesn't really matter. And then at the legs here, they made them a little better, so they clear a little bit better. Kicks forward, still not that good. Goes back, all right. Now they come out. Oh, let me put that back on. They come out to the side very far. They've kind of made it clear better so that the joint fits in and is smooth. And at the knee, there is the double ball peg again at the leg here. It just doesn't make as much movement. Not much of a difference, but it's still good. And sadly, there is still no angle articulation. But even without it, with these double ball pegs, it makes it so you can kind of shift the figure around a lot easier. And it just stands up pretty easy and looks good too. And they stay together very, very well. These figures, I haven't had a problem with them falling apart. It actually looks like they made the pieces here, this part, a lot thicker, because there's been a lot of cases where that part breaks, and I think they're actually taking all this into consideration now. I'm, like I said a million times, very excited for the line. This is amazing. All right, Sad part is he does not come with any accessories, and there is not a Build-A-Figure for this wave either. So it's kind of like, it looks like they're putting a lot more of the budget into paint and articulation, and not even accessories anymore, and no more Build-A-Figure. But I still don't think that's that bad. I think it's a decent trade-off, because usually the Build-A-Figure would be the best figure in the line, but now the normal figures are a little better. So, moving on to comparisons, we have just about every single Freddy ever, so I'll start lining them up. We'll push them back a little bit too. We got Funtime Freddy right here. We have Lefty right here. Ooh. The Blacklight Freddy right here. Golden Freddy on this side. And there's still 3 more, so I'll back it up a little bit. Alright, just make sure the thing don't fall. And then Glamrock Freddy all the way to the side here. We got Nightmare Freddy all the way over here. And then the last one is Lefty again. So it's just Rockstar Freddy, but we'll keep him off to the side. And here we kind of have our whole Freddy display right now. There are still a couple more I didn't take, but they are just like the same body again, so there's no reason to even add them. But it's like I say with NECA figures and all that stuff, that these figures look the best when you have a wide abundance of them. And at this point in the line, we have a very wide abundance of Freddys, and even figures in general. We've got like 6, 7 waves now, and we're going strong. And this actually is a great point to talk about action figure evolution. Shout out to Glenn Webb. But it shows just how the line has evolved over the years, and we've started with something like this, poop, and now they made it great. Even on the body itself, we can compare the articulation. Just that one arm is, this arm don't even stay up, but it can only go up like that much. And it's the articulation that's got updated, the figures are updated, the paint and sculpt, everything, and it's just getting better and better. So I am very hopeful for this line that it will keep going strong and keep getting better. And now let me spend 30 seconds here moving a bunch of Freddys out of the way. Yeah. Play some elevator music, but I don't know how to do that, so just pretend. Alright, okay. Now we're back to it. Bringing him in. So, for some final thoughts on this guy, it's just going to be repeating what I said, that it is looking great. Now that the articulation's going up, I think even the way to, like, these figures, usually a new wave of these are very expensive early on. Like, when they come out, the figures will be 50, 60 bucks, but now they're usually like 20, which isn't that much over retail. So then it looks like they're getting the production out too, like the places that are getting them, and the amount they're actually shipping out seems pretty good. So it looks like Funko is getting on top of it, and that's good, very good to see. And it's pretty much just repeating what I said. Great figure, very hopeful for the line. So now we'll just put him back in more of a neutral pose. So, thank you guys so much for watching. The Ninja Turtles video, the NECA figures, I'm going to push that back, and I'm just going to release this wave first, the Fnaf figures, because I'm excited. I just got to do it, and I don't think it really matters. They all get released in the end. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad to have some more Fnaf, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good evening.